Welcome to the Bridging Broken to Breakthrough podcast. I am your host, Maria Wingard. I share how hope will arise out of our past broken relationships, fractured families, and personal struggles. Come walk a mile with me as we allow Jesus to clean out the mess and organize the rest. Today's episode is titled, A Mini M&M Issue with Femininity, Part 4. You can be anything you want. This is the lie that started all of this. No, you can't. In trying to be kind and encouraging, we are actually harming our children and society as a whole. Now we are at a crossroads. We have turned a blind eye, denying science, to the point that doctors and scientists have been prosecuted for stating that transgenders cannot change their biological sex. Just to be clear, men can't have babies without a woman's womb. Delineating between biological sex and gender identity has unfortunately failed to protect women from being displaced by men in society's efforts to go overboard in proving that they're inclusive and supportive. And I believe this is why we see such an uptick in transgender females. In these efforts, they fail to support biological females in favor of supporting biological males. So the cycle of inequality and suppression of the female gender continues. A biological male has on average 89% more bicep strength, 90% more upper body strength, and 162% stronger punch power than a biological female. These differences must be acknowledged in order to protect our female equality, as we are now out of balance. This was never God's intent or heart. In the beginning, God laid his heart and mission for males and females on the table. God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over the livestock and over all the earth, over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. And God blessed them. And God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over every living thing that moves on the earth." I guess that was his punctuation mark. Genesis 1:26 through 28. I love how the Bible message states it. God created human beings. He created them godlike, reflecting God's nature. He created them male and female. We were created to reflect God's nature, and the complete way to emulate God is when we have both male and female expressions. That is how both have dominion over the earth. God did not intend for us to dominate each other, but to dominate the earth. Interestingly enough, anxiety has been at an all-time high, and I frankly attribute it to a lack of identity. Many people are trying to be all things to all people. Most have a hard time being perceived as mean, so they try morphing themselves and others into almost anything. Quote, "Not wanting to appear judgmental, we mistakenly try to make biblical truth fit around the culture around us." A.W. Tozer. It's the emperor's new clothes all over again. Everyone knows that the king is naked, but very few have the courage to speak this truth. So many will go along with the lie out of fear. Fear of being wrong, fear of being excluded, and considered not intelligent. Modern phraseology, not woke. We are seeing self-deception creating societal deception as the emperor's mob of invisible clothing support grows. The latest strike is women's sports. Quote, Those who can be made to believe absurdities can be made to commit atrocities. Voltaire. Let's face it, there have been homosexuals and cross-genders for a millennia. The Bible clearly talks about this issue. This is not new, nor will it go away. However, what we are currently facing are new ways of forcing us to deny reality, perpetuating the lie by sacrificing biological facts to prop up the lack of clothing on this emperor of gender identity. It is a lie that we are androgynous beings able to change our sex daily if we want to. I am grateful for people like Caitlyn Jenner, formerly Bruce Jenner, the Olympic athlete making a very public stance while living the transgender lifestyle. Caitlyn recognizes that there are certain biological differences that cannot be changed between males and females. These differences present unfair advantages favoring males participating in female competitions. Women have effectively been eradicated while losing their spot of contribution in the world of sports. It's also no longer safe to say Women of the Year is only for women. The 2022 honoree is a biological male. We can accept people's choices to reject their biological gender and still demand that the XX and XY chromosomes be respected for their differences. We are on a slippery slope when today Tommy wants to be Tina with a she, her, and tomorrow Tommy with they, them. This does nothing but set society up for failure, including vindictive setups by people confused about their God-given identity. The fairest solution is to maintain the right to dress and express how you want, but to comply to biological XYXX specific terminology. Be a man with a female name and dress if you want to, but your DNA does not lie about what you are rejecting. This gender emperor's not wearing any clothes. So today, I am grateful you decided to come walk a mile with me, your host, Maria Wingard, on the Bridging Broken to Breakthrough podcast. To find out how Jesus bridges broken to breakthrough and to listen to past episodes, please visit hopewillarise.com. And thanks for listening today.